How's everyone doing? I'm Josh. This is Newtons per second. I'd like to welcome everyone to the channel. And today I want to talk about a really cool rocket launch we did with a friend of ours, John Banks. That was out in Salem, Connecticut, and that was kind of a cool little private launch. It was only a couple of us. We had Peter Waite with us. That's HPR Nut on YouTube, and Jonathan. Young man that's really coming up the ranks with rocketry. He successfully did his junior level 1 certification. So huge congrats, and we'll have a video of that. So along with his junior level 1 certification, Jonathan launched this rocket that had a Santa hat parachute that I made him, and that worked so well. Unfortunately, I didn't get a video of that. I was setting up my cameras. Still, I got there a few minutes late, and everyone else was ready to rock and roll and get some rockets in the air. He did numerous flights. I got a few of them on video, and John Banks had some really cool flights. I believe he had some kind of a mini Lotus from Composite Warehouse, and that went up on a Aerotech H115 dark matter motor. And wait till you see the video of that. It's spectacular. I was shocked. It looked cool to witness, but when I went back on slow motion video, I was like, wow, that is cool. I ended up getting 3 rockets up that day. One was my extended mini machine on an Estes E12. That was a great flight. And I did the Blue Lightning rocket. This time I want to kind of push the envelope on the recovery end. Normally I have a French fry parachute. Well, this time I did a French fry parachute and the Evo pumpkin parachute coming out. So yeah, that was a lot of chute to push out there. So I ended up loading about 4 grams of black powder with the motor ejection. And it worked great. They came out, and that'll be in the video. So the first flight I did was with the Black Lightning rocket, and this is turn that around, 5 motor cluster rocket. It's a 29 central and 4 24s on the outboard. And I did this originally with the Cato Rocket Club in Connecticut, and same combination. I had them all loaded up with SD motors, the F-15, and then E12s on the outside. Used MJG's E-matches, the firewires, and flawless, all lit up perfect. So being a year later, I wanted to repeat that flight again with all SD motors, the F-15 in the central, and the outboard motors, E12s. I want to give Peter Waite a big shout out. He ended up donating the F-15 and a couple of the E12s. I think I had 2 E12s, so both of us combined, we got this reenactment flight going. And like all the other previous black powder cluster flights I've done, I've used MJG's firewire E-matches. And with this launch, they all lit great. I'm watching it go up the rail, and I noticed something happening to the F-15. I saw the flame going from a nice, streak to all of a sudden kind of wide open. And you can hear the sound change as it's going up. And I'm not really realizing why or what's going on. And as it left the rail, the 4 E-motors, it got this going, but you can see it's kind of lobbing a little bit. It's a little under power. And, the other guys are like, I think you blew a nozzle out. And I'm like, what? I don't know, I'm probably going to curse myself by saying this. I've never had a problem with a motor on a cluster flight not light or a blow up or something like that. They made it lit late or something, but this was the first problem I had. And when I retrieved the rocket, sure enough, the nozzle on the F-15 blew out. So basically it's just, there's no thrust behind it. It looked kind of neat. When you go watch the video, you can see it as soon as it gets up about a foot or so, the nozzle comes out and you see that flame change. So just to show you what this looks like, so these are the motors that were burned. I haven't taken them out yet. And you can see nozzle, 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 nozzle. and look at the F-15. Well, I managed to find the nozzle probably like 3 feet from the launch pad, and you know, look at that. You know, that's I've never had anything like that happen. So yeah, I mean that's cleaned out and resulted in no thrust, and I didn't get the altitude I wanted. You know, usually this thing with this combination of motors, I'm getting like 700-800 feet. I think I barely got 500 with it, you know, in this lobbing, arcing trajectory. But the recovery worked. I made a new parachute for it, some crazy dome-looking parachute that has a big streamer coming out of the top of it. So it's pretty funny. All right, that wraps up the little post review I wanted to do for that day. We'll get right to the videos. Again, congrats to Jonathan for getting your junior level 1 certification. Check out his channel called The Rocket Child. Again, you know, he's doing a lot of great things. I think he's gonna, you know, it's something to watch, and you know, he's getting really good with these rockets. So congrats to him, and yeah, excited to see what he does in the future. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate everyone's support, and we'll see you next time.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
Wow.
Oh! Did you test those charges?
Yeah, I did.
The top part's mint.
I did.
There's no way. Oh, right in the shit pile.